This is flyback converter with load voltage regulation. We are varying the input voltage and we are regulating the load voltage with the help of this Arduino, and the load voltage is 5 volt. Input voltage initially we will provide 12 volt, after that 24 volt, and the output voltage should be constant. That can be done with the help of this Arduino controller. And this is flyback converter. This the ratio of the inductor is around 2:1. That is, it is stepping down the voltage. So initially supply is provided to this Arduino using the adapter, and then the pulses are generated based on the feedback signal provided by this voltage sensor. This voltage sensor is connected to the load, and that load voltage is measured and provided as a feedback to the Arduino controller. And here the pulses will be generated, and that pulses is given to the buffer IC. The buffer IC will isolate the Arduino control and the driver circuit. If there is any ripples present in the driver circuit, that should not affect the Arduino. So this buffer IC will isolate those ripples. And from the output of the buffer IC is given to the driver IC through 100 ohms current limiting resistor. This is 100 ohms current limiting resistor. And when the pulse is high, at the time the supply connected across the driver IC will be connected across gate and source terminals of this MOSFET. This is the MOSFET we are using. So when the pulse is high, the supply will be connected across gate and source terminals of the MOSFET. So the MOSFET will be on. When the pulse is low, the supply will be cut off across gate and source terminals. So the MOSFET will be off. So when the MOSFET is on, this inductor primary side will be charging, and when the MOSFET is off, the primary side starts to discharge, and also the EMF will be induced in the secondary winding, secondary side of this coupled inductor. So that will be connected to this rectifier. The rectifier output will be provided to the load. Now we are connecting 12 volt supply. Okay, and here we are getting the voltage around 5 volt to 5.2 volt. It is oscillating. Due to the oscillation in the duty ratio, here 5 volt to 5.2, it will be oscillating. And then we will increase the voltage. Here instead of 12 volt, we will increase the voltage to 24. So when the voltage is increased, here if you see means the voltage here, output voltage, we are getting around 5.4 volt. So the voltage is regulated here. 5 to 5.4 volt we are getting with the input voltage variation of 12 volt to 24 volt. So this is the working of the flyback converter with load voltage regulation.